Last fall, a fire shed light on homelessness in the suburbs. First responders put out a fire at an encampment in Brooklyn Park. Today, we're getting a closer look at homelessness in the suburbs. Interfaith Outreach, a nonprofit in Plymouth, hosted a Community Connect Day to educate neighbors about housing instability. David Hewitt is Hennepin County's Housing Stability Director. He spoke to a room full of people about how the county addresses the issue. He said the county's work largely focuses on instability and impact.
You need to stop people falling into that crisis before they do, eviction prevention work. When they are experiencing homelessness, the priority has to be get them out as quickly as possible, get them back into housing as quickly as possible, and then non-recurring, make sure they're not falling back in.
Hewitt said there are over 3,000 sheltered homeless people in Hennepin County and nearly 500 unsheltered. He says that ratio is lower than other similar-sized counties across the country. This event allowed neighbors to gear up for the Sleep Out event in November, where neighbors sleep outside throughout the community to raise money for crisis, short-term, and long-term support. Local companies were out recruiting new hires in Brooklyn Park this week with a message: manufacturing jobs have changed.
So a lot of people have this preconception of manufacturing being dark, dirty, and dangerous because that's, quite frankly, what it could have been in the past, and that's not at all what it is like today. So there's technology, there's, wonderful advantages in working in manufacturing.
The Metro North Chamber of Commerce hosted the Career and Resource Fair. The chamber says manufacturing jobs pay well, and there's a lot of open positions in the northwest suburbs.
So we really want to continue to add to that pipeline of future workers. But today is also about, adults who are looking to change their job. Maybe they're underemployed or unemployed. And so they can immediately, then fill a position.
The chamber keeps a list of open jobs on its website. We'll have a link at ccxmedia.org. The Minnesota State Patrol says the driver was killed on the interstate just north of Maple Grove after striking a deer and then getting rear-ended by another driver. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner identified the woman Monday as 60-year-old Julie Terway of South Haven, Minnesota, located in Wright County. The State Patrol says Terway was stopped in the center lane on eastbound Interstate 94 near Brockton Lane. According to the State Patrol, she had hit a deer before getting struck from behind. The State Patrol says the other driver, a 32-year-old Becker man, was taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators say a fire Sunday night in Robbinsdale appears to have been started by a faulty computer router. Robbinsdale police arrived to find smoke building up inside the home in the 4200 block of York Avenue North. The homeowners were not there at the time. First responding officers rescued 2 dogs by kicking in the front door. Robbinsdale firefighters located the fire in the basement and were able to put it out before it caused any major structural damage to the home. Halloween came early for a group of students at Champlin Park High School this week. It was a gathering that was all about inclusion.
I think that this event is great for all of our students, whether they have a disability or whether they don't. It's a really great way for us to come together over something that they all love, which is candy and trick-or-treating.
The Unified Club from Champlin Park played host to the Osseo Unified Club for a trunk-or-treat event. Unified Club is an organization that brings students together with and without intellectual disabilities. Hundreds of students from both schools decorated their vehicles, handed out candy, and played games, all while spreading the message that everyone should be included.
My heart is so full, and it's so fun to see our community come together. All of our students are you can see they're having so much fun. They're all enjoying it.
Later this year, Champlin Park will be among one of 4 schools in Minnesota to receive a banner from Special Olympics that recognizes their work for creating and fostering an inclusive environment. Every year, we come across a home that brings out the best Halloween spirit. This year, we take you to one such home in Brooklyn Center, where photojournalist Dustin Scholl stopped by at night when things take a sudden, scary turn.
So this definitely sets the tone. This is basically 2-inch foam that is literally heated and dremeled to give it that stone look. Then we kind of walk through here. It's our entrance to our cemetery setup. We have Dracula this year laying in the coffin. We got our two-headed dog here. So we have little Annabelle here. She's kind of watching and supervising. We have our carriage, and that lights up at night.
I do enjoy a good game of hide and seek.
And I enjoy doing it every year because I grew up with Halloween, where you could go to neighbors' houses and, you know, trick or treat, and that's how you got to know your neighbors. This is how neighbors got together. Really, it's all about community and neighbors.
We'll have more details on where you can find Crenshaw's home at ccxmedia.org. While the display is up and running now, Crenshaw says there will be one special character that visitors will only be able to see on Halloween night.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.